Commercial real estate investing is only for the ultra rich, right? Wrong. In this video series, I'm going to talk about some people I know, some real business owners that have bought commercial real estate, and it's much more accessible than you might think. So first, let's talk about my friend Larry. Larry has a business that uses office space. He's got 5 or 6 employees that come in every day, and he knows he needs office space. For the last 10 years, Larry has been leasing office space. He's been paying rent to somebody else in exchange for access to that office space. Now, Larry's starting to realize that all the rent he's paying is making somebody else rich. Doesn't really do anything for him. It's just a line item expense. And that was starting to irk him a little bit. So what Larry did was he came to me and asked, hey, is there any other option for me to own commercial real estate? I know I don't have enough money to buy a skyscraper. I have a limit, I have limited resources for me to buy something, but I'm sick of paying rent and I want to see what my options are. I said, of course, no problem. What we did is we looked at the market and we found a potential solution. Now, the key is we put together some lease versus own analysis. So essentially, we found a property and we looked at that full expense, and then we compared that against what he pays for his rent to figure out if this is something that could even pencil. So the solution we were able to find for Larry was an office condo. You may be familiar of condos where you buy just like a chunk of a large apartment building. Well, it's the same thing for office buildings. Essentially, it's a large 2-story building where they chopped up all of the different suites so that an average person could buy just their own suite. So what's great is we were able to find Larry a condo that was roughly $450,000. Now, that might seem like a lot of money, but keep in mind, where Larry and I are located, it's hard to buy a house for $450,000. So essentially, he went and bought an office condo, and so he owns just his chunk of the condo. He pays, association dues to take care of all the common area. But what's great about that is he doesn't have to actually manage the common area. Someone else does. All he has to do is take care of his own little section and just, pay his monthly dues. What's awesome, and before we ended up buying anything, we looked at the numbers and we realized that it was just about the same amount monthly for Larry to own versus lease. And so what's great about that is every single month, Larry is paying rent to himself. He's paying down his commercial real estate loan and he's building equity in his property. There's all kinds of other benefits, and we'll get into that in other videos. But what's amazing is that by him just taking a step back and asking, is there a better way for me to do this? We were able to turn him into a commercial real estate owner. He went from being a tenant to being his own landlord. Now, you might think, $450,000, I don't have that. I don't have that, handy. I don't have that liquid. But what's great is owner users, and that's someone who's going to put their business inside the commercial real estate, can get 10% down SBA loans. So you may not have $450,000 lying around, but $45,000 is a lot more achievable. And that's what we had to figure out here. Once again, it's a little more upfront, and there's obviously more risk when you own as opposed to just leasing. There isn't quite the flexibility, but there's so much upside. So if you're saying to yourself, commercial real estate investing is only for the ultra rich, I want you to check yourself on that. Talk to a commercial real estate broker. There might be an office condo project that would work great for you. It's the same thing with small warehouses. There are all sorts of different options where you could try to buy your own commercial real estate. It doesn't take nearly as much resources as you might think. So thank you for checking out this video. I just wanted to kind of get out in front of some commercial real estate investors that might be scared off, might be thinking the whole process is too daunting. That's what these videos are for. So if you got any value out of this video, please hit subscribe. We'd really appreciate it. Thank you again for tuning in, and have a great week.